Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. وبعد. So we are still on this website Faith Freedom by this and this is an article by Sayyid Kamran Mirza. And the next point I would like to denounce is the topic he calls sunset and sunrise. Quran, it's not Quran, it's Quran, teaches us that the sun sets in a muddy spring. Why I'm saying it's Quran, because you are talking about a language and you have to use the words and the letters of this language. If I'm gonna go to China, I can't speak in my dialect of Chinese. I have to speak in how they speak Chinese. Okay, let's go on. The sun sets in a muddy spring. Oh, really? 1886. Till when he, the traveler, dhul-qarnayn, so it's about this traveler, dhul-qarnayn, he is reaching the setting place of the sun. He found it. Here we go again. He found it going down into a muddy spring. Well, when I go outside and I meet a lot of stupid people, I find they have their heads up, some dark hole. It is a very wrong thing to say. I'm thinking, should I erase this video and make a new video? But you get my drift. The way I use language doesn't mean that it is so. Sayyid Kamran Mirza. Do you have your head in a sand hole? No, I'm just saying that you are a stupid person. That's what I'm saying. So if I find you have your head stick up in a hole, does it mean that you have your head in a hole, or does it mean that you are just a stupid man? So Allah Ta'ala says in many ayat of Quran, He uses parables, allegories. Do you know what allegory is? Should I type in for you allegory? I'm going to type in for you allegory. Just a moment, wait a minute. Let's continue. So on Wikipedia it says an allegory is a literary device. An allegory in its most general sense is an extended metaphor. Allegory had been used widely throughout history in all forms of art, largely because it can readily illustrate complex ideas and concepts in ways that are comprehensible or striking to its viewers, readers, or listening. Sorry for this picture. It's Wikipedia, the guy who makes it. It shows an allegory of something, but I don't want to show it because it has some, stupid thing down there. So basically, every stupid people in the world, look, this is an allegory. You accept it when an artist uses allegory. You say, oh, how beautiful this artist is. I want to kiss his hands. But when Allah in the Quran uses an allegory, you say, like a real stupid person, serious scientific errors here. Serious. It is scientifically accepted fact that the sun never go down. Man, correct your English, man. Never go down in a muddy spring. Is it really a scientific fact? Let's go back to what it says here, literary device. Allegory has been used widely throughout history in all forms of art, largely because it can readily illustrate complex ideas and concepts in ways that are comprehensible or striking to its viewers, readers, or listeners. Do you want me to repeat this? I don't think so. Okay. So I have proven to you that you are a stupid person, and the reason I am doing this is so that other stupid persons won't follow you, but they will wisen up and think, maybe Allah is using allegories in some verses of the Quran. Secondly, this seems to presuppose a flat earth. Oh, really? Does it now? Why is that? Let's explain. I believe he's using the second ayah. Let's read what the second ayah says. Till when he reached the rising place of the sun, he found it rising on a people for whom we had appointed no shelter from it. Okay, so here again, this is the perspective of dhul-qarnayn. He, dhul-qarnayn, found it rising. He reached it and he found it rising. So this is in the eyes of the person, the human person. He says this presupposes a flat earth. Well, why? Because Otherwise, how can there be an extreme point in the west or in the east? Well, let me explain to you. Let's look at a map of the world. This is a map of the world as we know it. Maybe in your fantasies it is different, but this is the reality as I know it. Maybe it isn't true, but what I have learned from school and work is that this is some kind of a realistic view of the world map. Let's say that this dhul-qarnayn is living around here. I'm just pointing a place, I don't know where he lived. Let's say he's living here exactly. And he's traveling, is it east? Yes, it's the east. He's traveling east and he's going like east, east, until a point where he cannot go any further. Now, was this really so difficult to understand this point? Are you really a person who doesn't understand, or are you just like a stubborn person? I'm not an intelligent person. I can understand, if you go all the way east, you're gonna find the sea or an ocean or a lake or something. So what's your problem again? How can there be an extreme point in the west? Well, I just showed you. In the east, well, let's see if there is an extreme point in the east. Let's say if you are here and you go like all the way east, you'll find one big sea, and I for most people who are on foot, this looks like the end of the world. Let's say he's a smart man and he's like, I think there is more, and he goes like this, and he goes like this and this and this and this, and comes here like in France. Then he sees in France, he says, well, must be like the end of this continent. It's true, it's the end of the continent, it's an extreme point. He doesn't have boats. How do you know he has boats? Okay, so we proved here that you are again in the wrong. A sunrise there would be basically just the same as at any other place on this earth, at land or sea. It will still look as if it is setting far away. It does say that he reached the place where the sun sets, and in his second journey, the place where it rises. Okay, so one time I went to the sea, and I saw the sun. It was disappearing in the sea, and I wrote in a poem. I used to write poems. I don't write anymore because I don't know why. But khair, I wrote the sun vanished into the sea, and I just love how words just they melt into reality. Did I just say words melt into am I using like an allegory, a parable? Yes, I am. I hope you don't think that I really believe that the sun is sinking in the ocean. I was just saying, for my eyes, it looked like that the sun was sinking into the sea. Is it sinking into the sea? Nah, I don't think so. Okay, a resting place for the sun. Let's continue. Should I continue or stop? Let's continue here. No, it's a very long part. I'm gonna stop here. والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.